This year's Holstein Association USA Distinguished Leadership Award winner has had a global impact in the registered Holstein business and has been a major influence on some of our industry's greatest breeders. Please congratulate our Distinguished Leadership Award winner, Marlo Nelson. Marlo Nelson of Viroqua, Wisconsin, has lived a life that reads like a movie script, full of adventure, hope, and fulfillment. Marlo's love for the registered Holstein cow began in the early 1940s, thanks to his cousin Eugene Nelson of Grayview Farms in Union Grove, Wisconsin. Marlo received his bachelor's degree in agriculture education from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, then a master's degree in dairy science from Michigan State University. During that time, he was drafted into the Korean War, stationed in northern Japan. Japan, at that time, was struggling with a shortage of food and crops. They slaughtered most of their dairy animals for beef, and the dairy industry was on the verge of extinction in Japan. One day, Marlo saw a Holstein cow in a field near his base. He went over to visit the farm and introduced himself to the Japanese family. They ended up becoming lifelong friends. In the early 50s, with Marlo still in his 20s, started inviting young Japanese men to live with Wisconsin Holstein breeders. In time, he coordinated more than 100 trainees that came to the U.S. to train on registered Holstein farms, including the son of that first Japanese friend. They trained on acclaimed farms like Pabst, Lakeside, Crescent Beauty, Grayview, Crescent Mead, Indian Head, and Bristol Farms, just to name a few. Despite post-war tension, his efforts to teach and train these young farm boys were vital to their home farms and communities, and so the Japanese dairy industry re-emerged. The relationships developed also led to the export of premier Holstein genetics from top herds around the U.S. to Japan. After working here, the trainees knew that they wanted to work with the U.S. registered Holstein genetics. This resulted in sales in the millions of dollars for cattle, semen, and embryos from the U.S. to Japan. In 2000, Marlo was invited to Japan by the emperor and decorated with the Order of the Rising Sun by the Japanese government. He received this award in gratitude for more than 50 years of assistance in providing genetic improvement for Japanese dairy herds. The improvement in Japanese dairy cattle resulted in healthier Japanese citizens thanks to the introduction of dairy products in their diet. Marlo built international bridges to other countries too. He implemented similar trainee programs from Germany and Holland. During the entire time, Marlo never charged for his services nor took any commission for his work. Yet these relationships enriched the lives of others around the globe, as well as the good fortune of our U.S. Holstein breeders. Marlo's career included 11 years with Tri-State Breeders, now Accelerated Genetics, as a sire analyst and sire procurement specialist. Some of his famous bull contracts included Harborcrest Happy Crusader, Proven Mountain Ivanhoe Jewel, Hageman's Tempo, and Sunnyside Standout. After that, he spent 35 years with Alvin Piper's International Holstein Organization. He was a pedigree expert in the sale box and a great ringman, purchasing over the phone for young dairy farmers that rightfully entrusted him. Marlo has a sincere passion for helping young, enthusiastic Holstein breeders. He served as a mentor to our 2009 elite breeders, Bob and Karen Schaff of Indian Head. When Bob was just starting out as manager of the Alpine Haven herd in Richland Center, he recalls, "I was so blessed to have Marlo take me under his wing as he shared his tremendous knowledge of the history of the breed, the differences in various bloodlines, the value of great families, and all his insight in breeding high-quality registered Holsteins. His teaching was done in such a way that imparted his passion and enthusiasm in me." In 1990, Marlowe's entrepreneurial spirit led him to start International Protein Sires with Alvin Piper, exporting semen around the globe. In 2000, he sold the well-established business and can still be found working the International Protein Sires booth at World Dairy Expo aside today's owner, Ron Sursland. And if that doesn't seem enough, Marlowe gives more of himself in support of his community. As a member of the Zor Shriners International, he volunteered countless hours helping others. He was a relentless driver for the Zor Shriners, bringing children to Chicago and Minneapolis for medical treatments. He would provide transportation for the Amish community too, when they needed quicker or better access to health care than horse and buggy could provide. He served on the Westby City Council and helped start the Westby Stindamai celebration, which now, 48 years later, brings 10,000 people to the Westby community each May. He is a member and former president of Our Savior's Lutheran Church and sang in the choir for over 40 years. He sang in a quartet, Just for Fun, and a local men's chorus. As the only living recipient of the Wisconsin Holstein Association Wall of Fame honor, you can imagine he was an active State Holstein Association member as well. He is a two-time president and served on the board. He was a delegate to many national Holstein conventions, having been a Holstein Association USA member for over 60 years. On the county level, he was active in the Vernon County Holstein Sale and was honored with the Friend of Holstein Award. Marlowe and his wife of 36 years, Barbara, have 5 children, 9 grandchildren, and 4 great-grandchildren. Barbara has provided continuous support and has been an integral part of Marlowe's many successes and travels. Marlowe's influence in the international Holstein arena, AI industry, his civic and community involvement, and his mentorship of great Holstein breeders is a legacy in itself. His generosity will continue to yield benefits for generations to come. And his gentle laugh reminds us all that Marlowe Nelson is not only a great leader, but a genuinely great person. Bill Hageman sums it up best. I am a better person for having met and known him. He is a true friend and leader. For all you have achieved and all you have given of yourself, we congratulate our 2014 Distinguished Leadership Award winner, Marlowe Nelson.